to talk about LinkedIn and the power that LinkedIn can bring for your personal brand. So before you go off and tell us, I already have a profile, I set that up years ago. There's a big difference between having a LinkedIn profile and actually using LinkedIn to build your business and, of course, your brand, your personal brand, you as a thought leader, you as a business owner, you as someone who wants to share something really important. LinkedIn is one of the best platforms to do so. And today we're going to show you the difference between having a profile and actually using LinkedIn effectively. And we have a little gift for you, so stay tuned. We'll be sharing that at the end.
Love a little gift. So LinkedIn isn't what it used to be, as you said. And trust us, that's a very good thing. Most of us set up that LinkedIn profile, like Laura mentioned, as an online CV of sorts. It was like the place you go when you're looking for a job. Well, that is so yesterday, ladies. So yesterday. I'm sure you already know that. But then maybe you're wondering, what is it for? Why do I need it? So many of the people in our community haven't been using LinkedIn at all, let alone optimizing it. So lean in. This is the episode for you.
So, when was the last time you even updated your LinkedIn? Because if you're building anything real in this world, you're evolving, you are growing, you are adding new things to your resume. Like, have you even updated it? Do people even know the mission that you're on now? Do you even have a headshot that people will recognize you? Is your background clean? There's so many little things you can do to tweak your profile to be your best version of you so that people can connect with you immediately, because that's the point. People are going to research you and they're going to use LinkedIn to do it first, because there's only so much we can find out about a person on the other platforms. You have a small bio section on Facebook, a small section, even smaller section on Instagram, but on LinkedIn, you have the power of an entire page that you can fill with all the important things about you, your business, what you're doing in the world, and connect easily. And that's the point we want to share today.
Absolutely. And we're not going to get into all the technical nitty gritty because, as you can imagine, that changes a lot and quite quickly. But if you do want to know more about the technical nitty gritty, just, yeah, ping us, email us, lean in, like come to one of our free masterclasses. We'd love to share what we know and what we know is working. And the other thing is you can model what you're seeing on other profiles. It, if you are surfing LinkedIn and you notice that someone's profile really stands out, then take a point of making note. What was that? So today I noticed, as a for instance, a testimonial on on somebody's LinkedIn profile, but it was more of a shout out box. And there was a click more, and when you clicked it, it opened to a kind of a separate section. And I just thought that was very cool. So of course we're going to go to Claude and find out exactly how they did that. But I do want to remind those of you watching this that LinkedIn has over 1 billion members across 200 countries. And it is the number one platform for thought leadership content, absolutely bar none. And you might think, well, I don't need to get to 200 countries. But we are in a global community. And your work can reach, depending, of course, on what your trade and skill is, but most often than not, your work can reach across the seas, not to be discounted.
Yeah. I mean, look at us, Vicky. You're in Brisbane, Australia. I'm in Bermuda. We are on opposite sides of the planet and we've built a business together. So we believe anything is absolutely possible. But here's something really important to know about LinkedIn is that of all the creators on LinkedIn, there's only 1% of users that are creating any content on LinkedIn. 1%. It does not take that much to be part of that 1%. That's the good news, right? So creating that one post, sharing that one thought, even just connecting and writing comments on somebody else's post can make you stand out so much, so easily, so quickly, so powerfully on LinkedIn. That doesn't exist on other platforms, right? There is so much noise everywhere else. It's so hard to cut through. Everybody talks about how hard it is to get any cut through on the algorithm and how hard it is to go viral these days. But on LinkedIn, you can make really good, serious, deep connections quickly just by being a little bit of a creator, like putting a little bit of effort in, like spending a little bit of time on there. And people are more willing to connect with you on LinkedIn than any other platform, right? Because it's not about sharing kids and dogs and dinners and highlights of your life, but it's about sharing business and thought leadership and important things going on in the world. And people are more interested in being connected to that, even if they don't know you that well yet. And that's a beautiful thing because you can build a network way faster. And they say your network is your net worth. How true is that, Vicky?
Yeah. Oh, it's so true. Because the people who you're hanging with become your network. They become your business partners. They become your referral partners. And so the other thing to note is that before anyone, say a prospect books a call with you, or if you've pitched yourself to a podcast, or you're going for a promotion, or a journalist is wanting to quote you, where do you think first place is that they're going to go to really check you out and suss out whether you're the real deal? Of course, it's LinkedIn. And from a business owner's perspective, 75% of buyers say that thought leadership content on LinkedIn is what influences them on who they will shortlist to do work with.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've thought that your profile is passive, think again. It is actively working for you or it's working against you.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you think about even now, if someone is using AI to do research, which of course now that's what everybody's doing, right? So they're going to ask AI to go research the best, okay, personal brand experts. Who are the best personal brand experts? And they're going to use AI to do that. Well, where are they going to go looking? LinkedIn is in that search, right? It's automatically going to be part of that, especially if you're looking for a person or a coach or insert your job here, right? So if AI is doing that work, you got to make it easy for AI to find you too, not just people anymore, right? This is now where we are at. So when you are super clear and your profile is super clear on who you are, what you do, how you help, who you're for, and then how to connect to you. So sharing your website, your email, all the ways people can work with you, filling out your about section like intentionally really good with tons of those keywords. These are the little tips and tricks that take your profile to the next level and make you the one that is found when people are searching. And isn't that the point? Like, don't we want to be the ones found when our ideal clients are looking for us? So it's worth it. It's worth it to put in a little bit of extra time to audit your profile and make sure it's where it's at because the stats just prove how important it is. We buy based on who we know and who we like and who we trust. So how do you become that person?
Yes, absolutely. And when you talk about your network being your net worth, it's something you just kind of hear as a cliche. But if you really think about how that works, that your network is the people, other people who, as you said, Laura, know, like, and trust you. They're not leaving things to chance. They're not hoping that they're going to find the right person to work with. They're going to direct business to the people that they can count on. And being consistent on LinkedIn. And I love that you shared how your presence, I think you said this, your presence doesn't require you to post all the time. Quite often, your presence and your algorithm is built by commenting on other people's posts. And that's where the genuine connection comes in. When you're genuinely reading someone's post, not just a like and move on, or not just a great post, just even commenting great post and move on, that's not cutting it. Be thoughtful about your comment. Add your opinion to their share, to their post. And to do that for 20 minutes a day, every day, honestly, is far more effective than wondering what to post on LinkedIn. And there are so many profiles I come across where the person has posted nothing, and yet they are a thought leader on LinkedIn because they are working the posts. They're going to other people's posts and adding their opinion, their thoughts, their insights, and championing. So it's a really wonderful strategy. And of course, that's how you're going to connect with people. Right? So we talked about the gift that we have for you. We're going to get to that. But it's all about how to take those online connections and bring them offline, get them into the real world. Sit down with a person, have a conversation face to face.
It is, and when we can, like you said, authentically, like, post comments under other people's posts, like, how good does it feel when someone posts a thoughtful content under something you've said? Like, you say something important or something that matters to you, and someone else writes an insightful, supportive, kind, thoughtful, adds to your comment, or even like shares something a little more controversial. Like, it helps your algorithm when somebody comments for you. So think about, like, I always say this. Sometimes it's hard to be the creator because you're like it feels egotistical and all the other things. But if you can think about, how can I help? Like, if you just switch into how can I be of service, you can be of service on LinkedIn just by sharing your thoughts on someone else's post. It helps their post do better and get shared more. It makes them awfully happy. You might create a really great connection through there. And you can do this on famous people, you can do this on, the highest profile people, and you can do this on just normal people in your network that's just trying to share something, because it's hard to be the creator. We know that. We know that's why people don't post on social media, because they don't like being an influencer, and they don't always know what to post. But if you can spend some time just being thoughtful, sharing other people's and reposting other people's content that's really good that you think needs to be amplified, like, that's easier. That's a much later lift. So why are we not doing that, right? Why can't we do that more? Just that 20 minutes a day, like you said, Vicky. And there's just a few steps to take. The first step, audit your profile. Is it saying everything you wanted to say? Is it up to date? Have you added all the parts, right? Can you feature some posts? Can you get some recommendations? Can you beef up your profile so it's very clear who you are and what you do and who you do it for? Okay, so start there. Do that piece first. Second piece, like Vicky said, is to go and start interacting on other people's posts. Share, comment, like, repost, all the good things. Then the third stage is you creating content yourself. And the good news is, on LinkedIn, you don't even have to have like super edited videos or like this beautifully branded content all the time. You could just write a thought and put it out there, and it could get great interaction and then build into something bigger. And you can start building up contacts, followers so fast on LinkedIn. So spend your 20 minutes every day on LinkedIn. Use it as your networking every day. You can just dedicate that little bit of time. It is immensely valuable. And then the last stage, the most important one, is how do you turn some of those new connections from online into something real offline? And that's where the LinkedIn to latte method comes into play.
Tell us about LinkedIn to Latte. This is the gift, ladies. This is our gift to you. We created this PDF, this beautiful guide, really, a step by step guide on how to how to first create those connections online, and then how to bring those connections offline into real life. Literally, from LinkedIn to sitting in front of that other beautiful woman and sharing a latte with her and getting to know her. And what's so cool about LinkedIn for this is the geography, right? You can very clearly see where somebody is. You can identify and search by location, so you can connect with people who are local to your area. I mean, how cool is that in this world of everything being online, including our meetings? Some
Mhm.
some women I work with, I'm hearing them, they're not getting out of the house. And I'm guilty of that too some days, because I'm just right in front of the computer, back to back meetings. Oh, we could do better than that. We can just connect with one of those ladies online and go for a coffee, get some fresh air, get to know the person. And actually, we created this LinkedIn to Latte because of an experience very similar to this that I had, right? I had seen that there was a wonderful event, a mentoring event that I was interested. Actually, I was invited to the mentoring event. And I looked at it and I thought, I don't really care to be mentored at this stage. I can't think of anything specific that I'd like to be mentored on, but I would love to give my time and mentor somebody who is looking for that level of support. And so I reached out on LinkedIn to the person who invited me, went to the event as a mentor. And at that very event, I met another woman who was also a mentor who became a client. But who would have known? Who would have thought? You don't necessarily have that intention when you start out. You just show up as you are. You give with all your heart, and the rest kind of takes care of itself. That's branding. That's personal branding right there. Show up as you are in all your greatness. Give from the heart and look to build genuine connections, because that's really what we're talking about here. So we're excited to share that gift with you.
We will have a link. There will be a down below somewhere in the notes or in the comments. So look out for it. It's called LinkedIn to Latte. And I love that story so much, Vicky, because it's so simple. And it's just about making those connections real, right? It's not just about gathering a ton of followers or vanity metrics. Oh, look how many people I have following me. It's not even about that. It's about the quality of the connections that you are making. Because you always know the 80-20 rule. Like, 80% of our everything comes from 20% of our anything, right? So whether that's of the followers who interact with you, whether that's of the clients who end up working with you, whether that's of content that you share, right? It is an actual smaller percentage that actually ends up being your consistent thing, but it's about you showing up consistently makes you stand out, and it builds so organically. And we want organic building. When it comes to social media, something we talk about a lot is that it's about, we don't want a whole bunch of bots following us. We don't want a whole bunch of random people just following us for no reason. We want people who actually want to work with us, to follow us, to learn something from us, to share, to amplify our voices. We want quality way more than quantity. It's better to have 100 like really interactive, good followers than it is to have 100,000 of them who really don't care and ignore your content. And if you're looking at somebody else's profile and be like, oh my God, I could never be them. Look, they have so many followers. Look at the interactions, because it's never about the numbers of people that follow you. It's about the quality of the interactions. How many actual likes, how many follows, how many reposts, how many shares. You can see this on platforms. And most people don't understand that, right? They just think, oh, lots of followers means I get shared a lot. No, lots of interaction means you get shared a lot. So it's always quality over quantity. Focus on that on any platform, but especially on LinkedIn. Make those connections, make that effort. It is always worth it. So, if you want to learn more about personal branding and our success system we work through every single month with our members, we'd love to invite you into our personal branding masterclass. We host them once a month and it's free. It's online. So, anywhere in the world, come and join us. Come learn a little bit about personal branding, why it's important to have a personal brand in the first place. And we always focus on a specific topic, just like we do in these LinkedIn Lives, related to one of the S's in our system, while we also explain how the whole system works together to help you authentically build a beautiful personal brand that has impact. Because, ladies, we're done. We're done with being humble. It's time to be heard. There's important things to say. There's important stuff to share. We need to build strong, successful businesses that help others to also build strong, successful businesses so that we can all grow together and live this authentic, beautiful life that we deserve. So please come join us. That link will be around here somewhere too, I promise. So come join us. Please download the free guide and let us know what you think. Does it help? Have you tried this? What part are you stuck on? Are you still in the how do I audit this? Or are you in the how do I connect stage? Or are you in the how do I level all of this up? Because that's what we're looking forward to. We're getting more offline, but we're also making our online presence extremely strong so that those connections come really real. So thanks for joining us today. Vicky, as always, I could chat with you all day, every day.